emotive speech, the speech of alluring speech with one's wife or with one's partner or with one's spouse. But there is a general prohibition. Tie the ihram of this tongue. Tie the ihram of this tongue. Tie the ihram of this tongue. Ghibat, backbiting, slandering, hurting the feelings of others, unnecessary speech, what we call behuda kalam, useless speech. This ihram has to be tied till maut. This power of speech which Allah has given, we take it for granted. This is such an ajib, such an astonishing mazhara, display of the qudrat and the power of Allah. When Allah speaks of this particular ni'mat and bounty of speech, the Quran tells us, Allamahul bayan. Allah taught you how to speak. When Allah refers to this, what does Allah say? Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman. Allama al-Quran. Khalaqa al-insan. Allamahul bayan. What does this mean? This surah begins this surah is Urusul Quran, the bride of the Quran. And how does Allah introduce this Quran? Ar-Rahman. How does Allah introduce this surah? Ar-Rahman, the benevolent, the kind, rahmat, mercy, compassion. The kind Allah, the merciful Allah, Rahman Allah. And what is the manifestation, the proof? This is da'wah and dalil. Allah makes a claim. Allah is very merciful, very kind, very compassionate. And what is the proof of it? Allamahul bayan. Allah gave you the ability to speak. My thoughts you can't see. Can you see my thoughts? In seconds, milliseconds, what I am thinking is being transformed into electrical impulses. They are traveling at the speed of 124 kilometers per hour to my tongue. The movement of my tongue also you can't see. Sound waves are being produced. In each of your ears, Allah has placed 100,000 receptors for sound. These sound waves are being carried on the shoulder of Allah's wind. They are striking those receptors. Behind those receptors are three bones, hammer, stirrup, anvil. They amplify these sound waves. Behind that, there is the inner ear or the cochlea. In it is an instrument that looks like a harp, a musical instrument. It has 6,000 strings. It sits in a pool of liquid. Each of these strings vibrate to a different frequency of sound. These sound waves strike them, they start vibrating. 18,000 nerve cells amplify those vibrations. They are converted into electrical impulses. They travel at the speed of 124 kilometers per hour to your brain, and instantaneously you are able to understand what I am saying. Ar-Rahman. How kind and compassionate and merciful is Allah. What a great statement of His mercy and compassion is this ability to speak, to comprehend. So do not take this ni'mat for granted. Do not take this ni'mat for granted. Do not take this ni'mat for granted. This ni'mat of speech is your Jannat or your Jahannam. I am not saying it. Famous hadith of Muaz bin Jabal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Who is Muaz? Muaz is that Sahabi amongst the galaxy of Sahaba. Amongst the galaxy of Sahaba. This is that Sahabi that has a special distinction. That Allah's Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam directly addressed him and said, Ya Muaz, inni uhibbu. Muaz, I love you. Muaz, I love you. That is his caliber. This is that Sahabi. Allah's Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said on the day of Qiyamah, Muaz will rise up with the flag of the ulama of my ummah in his hand. He will be the imam of the ulama of the ummah. That caliber, that rank, and yet this masla of speech. This masla of speech. How many ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, my Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, guarantee me that you will control this tongue, and I, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, guarantee you Jannat. Control this tongue, this is your Jannat or your Jahannam. He said to Muaz, Ala ukhbiruka bimilakil amri kullihi. Bimilaki dhalika, lengthy hadith, time is limited, I'm not going into the details. In that hadith, Iman is mentioned, Salah is mentioned, Jihad is mentioned. The whole of deen is mentioned, and then at the end of the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Muaz, should I not show you milaki hadal amr? What is the nichor, the essence of everything, your whole deen? Dharwatu sinami comes in one hadith. What is the height? What is the pinnacle? In other words, everything boils down to this. He said, Bala ya Rasulallah, Nabi of Allah, tell me what is it? What is the essence? What is the one thing that I cannot leave? Allah's Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who is he speaking to? He's not speaking to an ordinary person. He's speaking to the leader of the ulama of the ummah, an intelligent person. And yet, because this matter is so important, Allah's Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allahu Akbar, like you would explain to a little child so no one can misunderstand and there is no ambiguity. Akhadha bilisanihi. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam takes hold of his own tongue. Takes hold of his own tongue and says, Kuffa alayka hadha. Amlik alayka lisanak. Muaz, Salah, Zakat, Hajj, Jihad, the whole of deen, the khulasa, the essence. Control this piece of flesh. Control this piece of flesh. This is a snake. This is a snake. For the cobra and the venomous snakes that they are in the jungles of Africa, they have found serums for their poison. But by the qasam